In this video, a number of members of the financial industry can be heard expressing their consensus that it is time for the market to break to the higher. Nevertheless, despite the fact that the market has been moving in a sideways trend for the majority of the past half year, this pattern cannot continue indefinitely. On the whole, there are a lot of reasons to be optimistic about the fact that things are going to start moving in the right direction. In particular, this is the case with the community surrounding the cryptocurrency known as XRP. There has not been a new all-time high reached by XRP since the beginning of the year 2018. Assuming that nothing changes in the near future, it is anticipated that it will reach 7 years eventually. It is anticipated that it will reach 7 years from now if nothing happens to its current state. Regarding the future of the market, it is reasonable to have a pretty hopeful attitude, and there are various reasons for this, including those that were described above. When it comes to XRP, the burden has been nearly fully eliminated, and the AT Classic is continuing to develop in the same direction as it progresses. Despite the fact that you do not possess Bitcoin, it is essential to be informed of the behavior of Bitcoin as well as the events that take place on a worldwide scale. Due to the fact that Bitcoin is a decentralized digital currency, this is the case. The Fear and Greed Index for cryptocurrencies is currently at 55 out of 100, which suggests that the market is still feeling quite positive about the price of cryptocurrencies. This is particularly the case given the current state of the market. During this market cycle, it is not possible to make an accurate prediction on whether or not XRP will reach a new all-time high price. The current price of 58 cents makes this prediction impossible. Due to the fact that it is impossible to foresee the future, this is the case. Because XRP is a part of the market, it is reasonable to assume that it will move in the same manner as the market itself if it is going to move. This is because XRP is a component of the market. A score of 55 out of a potential 100 indicates that the present degree of anxiety and greed in the Bitcoin market is current. Currently, the individual who is a proponent of blockchain technology and who is also a YouTuber for XRP has created a piece that highlights the similarities that can be observed on the Bitcoin chart between the years 2014 and 2016. The timing of each significant milestone for Bitcoin in the years 2021 through 2023 is significantly more precise when compared to the years 2014 through 2016, when the comparison was made. Today is one of those days in 2016 when the range finally left right here, and it is also one of those days when the topic of whether or not it will continue to exist is brought up. One of the assets that followed the increasing trend of the market on October 11th of the previous year throughout the period in question was Bitcoin. This tendency continued throughout the period in question. This afternoon, the proponent of blockchain technology altered his comments, stating that the breakthrough started in macro and crypto, which led to a boom in Bitcoin and altcoins that lasted for 5 months. He said that this boom was caused by the breakthrough. Over the course of the subsequent 4 weeks, this was the first time that the breakthrough occurred. We shall once more be in the period of deciding whether or not to continue, which is where we are right now and where we are. The day that would be the day if the market were to miraculously align itself would be tomorrow, according to a video that was posted not too long ago. The proponent of blockchain technology stated that the tomorrow would be the day. Since the breakthrough in macro and crypto led to a rally in Bitcoin and altcoins that lasted for 5 months, it is probable that the market will not have to wait much longer than it already has. This is because the market has made significant progress in the past 5 months. Taking this into consideration, it appears that the market might not have to wait any longer than it already has. A further thing that investors need to be aware of is the direction that the market is headed in, as well as the possibility of a strong rally. To summarize, the market is on the verge of reaching a new all-time high, and investors need to be aware of both of these factors in order to capitalize on the opportunity. When it comes to maintaining a robust market, it is vital to both have a good mindset and be aware of the opportunities that are available for a strong market. This is due to the fact that the sector is continuously improving. In this essay, a pattern that has been closely tracking the growth trajectory of Bitcoin since October of the previous year is discussed. This pattern has been on the scene for a considerable amount of time. This trend has been keeping a close eye on the upward trajectory of Bitcoin from the very beginning of its existence. The author highlights the importance of both being aware of this tendency and making judgments about one's financial situation based on logic, reason, and facts in order to make decisions that are educated and informed choices. According to the author, 2 chart analysts, Tony Sineon and Ali Givan-Log, have been discussing the same subject, despite the fact that they employ different arguments for their discussions. This is something that is brought up by the author somewhere. Keeping track of the patterns is something that makes great sense as long as they remain consistent among reputable specialists. This is the reason why situations are the way they are. As an illustration of this, consider the fact that the weekly historical volatility of Bitcoin has broken out of a downward trend that dates back to the apex of the bull market in 2017. This is a good example of this. Quite some. Time has passed since this pattern of behavior began to emerge. According to Vanlog, there is a reasonable expectation that if Bitcoin reaches phase 4, there is a possibility that the cryptocurrency would undergo the most dramatic increase it has ever encountered. This is a legitimate anticipation. It is at this very moment that the entire market will start to move in the opposite direction, and it will start doing so right now. Over the course of time, it is reasonable to anticipate that the dominance of an alternative cryptocurrency will increase, whilst the dominance of Bitcoin will most likely decrease. This is the time when we get to celebrate, because it is the moment when we finally have the opportunity to host our small XRP party, which takes place once every few years. Based on the information provided by Vanlog, Bitcoin is currently on the 5th and growth wave. There is a strong indication that it is getting ready to achieve price targets of $95,000 and then $143,000. Furthermore, here is an additional illustration that Vanlog offers. According to Mikey, who is also an expert, this is the most definitive conclusion that can be derived from the pattern. He believes that this is the situation. Concerning altcoins, which is the subject that the author is most concerned with, the macro capitulation of hash altcoins has finally come to a halt next growth. This is the issue that the author is most concerned with. The author is mainly concerned with this particular matter pertaining to the topic. Additionally, the author argues that the total market value of cryptocurrencies, excluding the top 10 coins, is getting close to $143,000. This is with the top 10 coins being excluded. Additionally, the accusations are based on the fact that the top 10 coins are not included in this value, which means that the macro capitulation of hash altcoins has now come to a halt next growth. The fact that Bitcoin's market dominance is decreasing while the dominance of other cryptocurrencies is expanding is an indication that the market may be moving in the direction of a big shift in the direction of Bitcoin. This is shown by the fact that more and more cryptocurrencies are becoming dominant in the market. In conclusion, the essay emphasizes the importance of maintaining a certain level of information regarding the current developments that are occurring in the cryptocurrency market, as well as the potential impact that liquidity may have on the market. In order to keep up with the market environment, it is necessary to keep this awareness. When investors maintain a close check on well-respected professionals and have a solid understanding of the patterns of trends, they are able to traverse the market more effectively and make decisions regarding their money that are more informed. The book includes a discussion of alternative cryptocurrencies as one of its contributions. In addition, a look at their history and the possibility for major growth in the market for these digital currencies will be provided. It provides light on the fact that alternative cryptocurrencies have been unable to break out of a range, with the market reaching a total of 3 significant hurdles, including $0.64 and $0.74. This is a consequence of this, and it puts light on the fact that this problem has been occurring. The chart analyst at a trade Re2, who goes by the moniker D, forecasts that the market will experience a significant shift and trend across the altcoin market that is identical to what occurred in 2016 and 2017. It is also worth noting that a headline from Crypto Basic is referenced in the post, which is what ultimately drew the attention of the author of the post. In his 70th year of experience, the expert asserts that he has never witnessed a bullpen in the cryptocurrency market. This is something that he claims to have never witnessed. A symmetric